Alright everyone, so let's get started. Now for today's video, like 2 times in a row, who is she? I have a makeup look in mind. So today we are going to do something very intense, very editorial. So yes, I'm really excited about today's look. I just want to get started. So to begin, I'm going to moisturize my skin, and I really wanted to use the Hydra Veil from Illamasqua. I only tried this like once and I remember really liking it. So I don't know why I just like never really reached for this. It's a really lightweight, hydrating type of moisturizer. It's a really like weird gel type of texture. But yes, I'm going to take a little bit of this moisturizer with the little spatula. And I'm just going to massage this all over my face so that we're prepped when we get to the complexion makeup. And this moisturizer is very lightweight. You really do not need a lot, and it absorbs quite quickly. It does stay a little bit tacky on the skin. So now we're going to prep the eyes. So you guessed it, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. So I'm just going to take a little bit with my finger and I'm going to massage this, or not really massage this, but pat this on my lids. And I'm also going to take this in my inner corners and my under eyes. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to jump into my Now Nnited palette. This is from the brand My Beauty brand, and I was so impressed with the quality of these shadows. If you want to see my first impression on this palette, I'm going to link it somewhere right here so you can check it out. And I created a very weird makeup look with this palette and I really loved it, and I really want to dip into this palette again. I think I'm going to start by using the shade Self-Esteem, which is a really bright, this is a bright shade. It's the most pigmented and intense baby blue shadow you've ever tried. It's really good. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take that shade with a very small packing brush. This is a Lavish brush, and I'm just going to start and pack this shade on my outer corners. So I'm just going to start, and I'm going to start being very messy. You really just want to get the pigment there. Do you see how bright this is? Do you see? It's really bright. So I'm just going to pack this shade all over my outer corner. Actually, what I think I'm going to do, just because like right now, I'm not sure why, but it's not as bright as I remembered. It's starting to look a little bit patchy. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to remove this. And I'm actually going to use a white kohl liner underneath. I'm kind of sad because when I first tried this palette, I was shocked with how well this shade popped on my eyes. I'm not sure if it's because I did apply less primer. So I'm going to try and like apply more primer and use a white kohl liner as a base. Alright, so I'm going to be taking any kohl liner. This is the brand called Annabelle, but you can take any creamy kohl liners. And I'm going to sketch out where I want the blue eyeshadow to be. So I'm going to create a very intense, rounded outer corner. So I'm just going to start and place this white in my crease. And don't worry if the shape is not right, because we are going to clean it up after. Now I'm just taking a brush that has nothing on it. This is a JH39 brush. It's like a very small packing brush. And I'm just going to start and blend the edges of the kohl liner. Alright, so now I'm going to take some more of that blue and I'm going to hope that it's going to look good. Yes, much better. Perfect. So now I'm just going to tap this blue all over the white. And again, I'm being super messy. I really just want to have the pigment. Whew, that's bright. I'm happy I used the kohl liner underneath because on its own it's pretty bright, but not to this level. Alright, I'm going to leave it like that for the time being. Next, I'm going to take a Q-tip with some micellar water and we're going to clean the shape out. Alright, just like that. I'm also going to take some more primer and I'm just going to go over where we remove and clean the shadow. So I'm just taking my primer with a flat brush and I'm just going to place this where we remove the primer. Alright, so next we're going to do the same step but in our inner corners. I'm going to take some white kohl liner, sketching out where I want the shadow to go. And in the inner corner, we're going to do kind of a reverse kind of thing. So on the outer corner, we're blending outwards, but in the inner corners, we're going to blend inwards. You'll see what I mean. So now I'm going to take the brush with nothing on it, blending the white out. And then I'm going to take some of that blue and placing it right on top. And that shade, I'm going to bring towards the center of the lid. And then taking some more micellar water, removing the excess on the back of my hand, I'm going to clean these edges. Alright, so that's pretty much the shape that I was going for. So let's continue with the eye makeup. So next what I'm going to do, I'm going to be taking a black liner. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. It's a sample size because I got this for free when I did some Sephora spontaneous purchases. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to carve out the shape of the blue. So I'm kind of going to create a wing liner, but following the shape of the curve we created. And I'm stopping the liner like almost to the center of my lid. This is looking weird and I love it. I'm going to do the same thing in my inner corners, but I'm kind of going just to draw my inner corners. I'm not really going to follow the shape. I'm just going to kind of like outline my inner corners. Okay, I was struggling with this liner because it's almost dry, and then I just remembered I actually received a liquid liner from My Beauty brand and I never tried it, so I'm almost finished with the liner, but I'm still going to try it. Alright, so this liner situation got a little bit out of control. I was not planning to make them connect from the inner to outer corner, but I think I like it. I kind of really like it. This looks really weird, but I think it's going to come together. Alright, so that's that for the time being for the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. Yep, these are definitely not symmetrical. I won't think about it too much right now. So here we go, both my eyes are on and I'm kind of like loving this makeup look right now. I'm not sure actually, I think I like it. Alright, so next I'm going to do my mascara, and for my mascara I'm going to be using They're Real Magnets from Benefit. I've been loving this mascara, I'm almost out. It's amazing, it does wonders. I've been using it for like every day since I got it. So let's start working on the complexion. So for my primer, I'm going to be trying again the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. When I first tried it, I was really surprised by how much I really enjoyed it. Just because this is kind of like a professional primer, but more hydrating because it does have hyaluronic acid. How was that? Did I pronounce that right? I don't think so. But it's like more hydrating than a professional type of pore diffusing primer, so I do really enjoy it. And I'm going to just massage this, especially around my T-zone, but I am going to place this all over my face. This primer is, the texture is so interesting. Like I really need to use this more often. It feels kind of silicone-y but hydrating at the same time. It's so weird. So I'm also going to use the Rare Beauty foundation. I've been obsessed with this foundation. I think I've probably found a new holy grail. This foundation, I've been using it non-stop. So beautiful, so lightweight, so like the coverage is amazing. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and this is in the shade 140C. So I'm just going to place that almost all over my face. And I'm also going to take the Rare Beauty foundation brush. Again, this foundation brush, amazing. And I'm just going to blend this foundation all over my face. And now to warm up my complexion, I'm going to take some bronzer. I'm going to be using the Tower 28 Illuminating Bronzer in the shade West Coast. I should definitely change the products up that I use in my videos because I've been using the same things over and over. Like, I use these products for a reason. They're so good. This bronzer, if you do want a very luminous, very shiny, very like dewy type of look to your skin, you're going to like this because this does have a little bit of shimmer, and it also stays like not Vaseline-y, but it stays a little bit greasy on the skin. So it is going to help with that very dewy type of finish on the skin. I'm going to take that bronzer with my Morphe sponge, and I'm just going to tap this on the perimeter of my face to warm up my complexion and also give a little bit more dimension to my face. I'm kind of realizing that I forgot to do my concealer before my bronzer. There's no turning back. I'm going to do my concealer after. Just because I should probably do something different. Rather than using my Rare Beauty concealer, I think I should probably do something a little bit different because I've been using like a lot of repeats in today's video. So I'm going to use my Milk Makeup Concealer. This is in the shade Fair. It is a little bit too dark for me, but I still use it because it has a nice texture. It's not like my favorite concealer ever because I feel like it's not really, like it doesn't really dry down. It stays quite sticky on the skin and it does move around a lot, but I still enjoy it whenever I want to do something a little bit more lightweight on my face. So I'm just going to take that concealer under my eyes, and I'm also going to take a little bit right here on my jawbone just to make it pop a little bit more. And to blend this in, I'm first going to take my Rare Beauty concealer brush and I'm going to tap over everything with my sponge after. I'm also going to take some of that concealer on the back of my hand, and with that I'm going to place that in my inner corners because we did remove the coverage I had on my dark circles. Next, I think this makeup look calls for this product right here. It's nasty. Oh my god. This is the cream blush from Fenty. Blue is complementary to orange, so I think this is going to be perfect. This is the Fenty cream blush in the shade Fuego Flush. I'm going to take that with my sponge and I'm just going to dab that on the very high points of my cheeks. I like it, I like it. Next, I'm going to be using my Hourglass Vanish stick. It's also really disgusting. I use this quite quite often. I'm going to take that with a like small highlight brush. I'm really going to saturate my brush with this, and I'm going to dab that on the very high points of my cheek. I'm also going to take what's left on the brush and just place that on top of my brows. Here we go. Looking very dewy and I like it. Next, I think I'm just going to fill in my brows really quickly. I'm going to be taking my Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade number 3, and then I'm going to set everything in place using the 24-hour Brow Setter. Alright, so the brows are on, and like usual, the brows always brings everything together. I'm loving this makeup look. Let's start working on the lips. For the lips, I think we're going to go you guessed it. You know what I'm thinking. I'm going to be lining my lips using the Illamasqua coloring pencil in the shade Raw. This is kind of like a nude peachy lip liner type of shade, and then I'm going to top it off using the cream Fenty gloss in the shade Honey Waffles. I feel like this is going to be perfect for today's makeup look. And I really liked overlining my lips last time, like just right here on my cupid's bow and enhancing the shape. So I think I'm going to do that also today. I think this lip liner color is just not right for like overlining because it's so light. So I think I'm just going to very lightly go over this liner using the shade Undressed, which is just a little bit deeper. I think I went overboard with the lip lining, but I don't care. All right, now the lip gloss. I'm still not sure about this Fenty Lip Gloss shade. I feel like it's not quite right for my skin tone. Let me know in the comments below if it looks weird on me. I just want to hang on to it because this lip color, like when you look at it like in the bottle, it looks so juicy and so nice. But when I put it on my lips, I'm like, this looks weird. I think I'm going to leave it like that for the time being. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for... Almost forgot, oh my goodness. I almost forgot again the secret emoji. So for today's look, the secret emoji is going to be, it's going to be the orange. Why not? Just because we have orange blush, we have a little bit of an orange lip going on. So put the orange in the comments section below so that I know that you're still here with me. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the Makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.